Good evening. Welcome to Hindi is Easy. Today we are going to see line by line explanation for the lesson 5 Pipilika class 6 Vibhav Hindi Patmala, and it is written by Sumitra Nandan Pant. Before getting into the line by line explanation, let's have a quick poet introduction. कवि परिचय 20 मई 1900 20 मई सन 1900 में अल्मोड़ा जिले के कौसनी स्थान में जन्मे सुमित्रा नंदन पंत बचपन से ही अध्ययन प्रिय और प्रकृति प्रेमी थे. So he was born on this date 20th May 1900 in Almoda Jile in the district named Almoda and in the place or name வந்து Kausini. And from the childhood he was very studious person and he was a nature lover person. 7 वर्ष की उम्र से ही उन्होंने कविता लिखना प्रारंभ कर दिया. From at the age of 7 itself he started to write the poems, कविता. इनके कुछ प्रमुख काव्य संग्रह, the collections of his poems were गुंजन, ग्रामया, युकांत, लोकायतन, सत्यकाम. So the awards which he has received is पद्म भूषण, ज्ञानपीठ और सोवियत लैंड नेहरू पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया गया. सो ही वॉज हॉनर्ड विद दिस अवार्ड्स. कवि पंत का स्वर्गगमन मीन्स डेथ, वेयर व्हेन ही वेंट टू हेवन इज इन द ईयर 1977. सो ही इज सुमित्रा नंदन पंत. So he was born on 20th May 1900 in Kausini and died on 20th December 1977 in Pragyaraj. He is very famous and a best poet for describing the nature. So he was well known for his romantic poems which were inspired by the nature, people and the beauty within us, because his childhood was in the village where he has been grown up seeing the nature all around. So early days his father was a manager for a tea estate, so they had a land also there, so he was growing there in which surrounded with nature. Hence his poetry, all those will be showing the jhalak of the nature. All the poems will have the flavor of the natural beauty in it. So he has been influenced by Sarojini Naidu, Rabindranath Tagore, and he started to write. So the awards which he has received is Sahitya Academic Award in 1960, Janpith Award in 1968, Padma Bhushan in 1961. So he was died on 28 December 1977 in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh, and his childhood house is converted to museum where they have kept the articles, his poems, letters and awards and books etc. is kept in that house which is now a museum. पाठ पूर्व हमें निरंतर सीखते रहना चाहिए. चींटी जैसे छोटे जीव भी हमें बहुत कुछ सिखा सकते हैं. सो वी हैव टू कीप लर्निंग इन आवर लाइफ. So the small living animal like ant can also make us to learn something. So through this poem the poet wants to convey we have to learn some characteristics of ants to be good in our life. So क्या आपने चींटियों को चलते देखा? Have you seen the way the ant moves around? वे हमेशा एक पंक्ति में क्यों चलती है? सोच के लिखिए. Why it always goes in a single line? Think and write. So some species of ant doesn't have eyes or ears, but they still move in a straight line because the leader ant, which is in the first ant, will be segregating a pheromones, and this will be sensed by the antenna of the ant. So they get a direction and they'll be all going the same direction. Hence it looks like they are going in a straight line. So they won't get diverted. Using those pheromones which they sense from the antennas, they'll be moving and finding the direction. आपने चींटी को दीवार पर चढ़ते देखा है. कई बार चींटी दीवार पर चढ़ते चढ़ते गिर जाती है. So you have seen the ants climbing on the walls and more sometimes while it is climbing it will fall down. लेकिन वह फिर दीवार पर चढ़ने की कोशिश करती है. Again it will try to climb on the wall again, right? कोशिश में it will keep trying to climb on the wall again. चींटी का ये प्रयास हमें क्या सीख देता है? So what is the learning we have to take from the ant? So from this incident we have to keep trying, we should not leave the hope, and we should be hardworking. These are the things which you have to take from this incident. So before getting into the explanation, let's see few facts about ants and understand what and how the ants are. So now in this poem we are going to read about Pipilika. So Pipilika is ant. After reading this lesson, you will be able to understand about the smallest creature. So in this universe, the small to smallest creatures, living beings, are doing the hard work. So why we humans has to be behind, we feeling lazy and doesn't like to do the hard work? No, right? So we have to learn few things from seeing the ants, and we have to change our living style to be a good person, good citizen. In this poem, Sumitra Pant has tried to convey all these messages what we have to learn from ant and change ourselves to become a good citizen. Ant, if you say ant, is it a lazy animal or is it very active? Yes, always on the move, right? It keeps on moving. So we have to be as busy as ant. The small ant is doing all these things, then why we humans cannot do it? We can also do it, right? So we have to learn from the ant how to share the work, how to keep the place beautiful, how to keep the place clean, and how to be hardworking, how to cooperate and coordinate with other people around us. So students, today we are going to read and understand about ant, who is very active and keeps on working all the time. So what should be the learning outcome from this lesson? So we should able to encourage ourselves to keep our environment clean, should be a good citizen, should maintain and follow the rules and disciplines, and be a social animal. So we need to live, share the work, coordinate and cooperate with the people along with us, and we should have the attitude to help each other and to live together. These are the things which we have to learn from the ant and incorporate in our life to be a better good citizen or good human being. This lesson is not just to read the poem. This will also increase your curiosity to know the facts about ants. So do you know how many types of ants are there in this world? What are the common color of ants we have seen? Can you list me 5 facts which you know about ants in the comment section? So what is the size of the ant? Do you know what is the size of the ant? Ant carrying the food particles. So how much of weight it would be? Can you guess it? Do you know there are different categories of caste of ants are living in a colony? Can you name few? Have you ever seen the queen ant? So what is the role of a queen ant in the colony? Have you seen the ant burrows? I'll show you few images, okay? I have asked many questions for you to increase the curiosity to go and search in Google and find out few facts about ants. So this is ants sort of colors. There are different colors the ant exists. Black color, red color, gray color, yellowish color, okay? So different species are nearly there are 12,000 different species of ant available in the world. See how many categories of ants are there. Do ants have lungs? No, ants doesn't have lungs. They have 2 stomachs and one does the work of respiration. This is the queen ant. So if the queen ant dies in that colony, then the other ants will not live there. They will also die within few months. What species of the ant is very biggest? Bullet ant is one of the biggest ant among them. Okay, what is the smallest species then? Find out and tell me. When the ants came into existence, do you have any idea? It has been said that the ants are in this world for more than 15 crore years before. And how many eggs can a queen ant lay in its lifetime? It's nearly about 70,000 eggs that the one queen ant can lay eggs. So what is the role of the queen ant? So it's just to create a colony and to laying eggs. These 2 roles it does. And there are worker ants who takes care of the queen ant and brings the food for her and cleans the queen ant. So there are different castes within the ants that does different works. Like we human beings, they also share different works in their colony. What is this? It's a black thread? No, this is the ants which are moving around from one place to the other. So when the ants are moving, you can observe they will move in a straight line and they will make like a thread, a black color thread. Isn't it? It looks like a black thread, right? What is this? Some spider or a cockroach which is died, and all around there is a ants. What does it depicts? It depicts that the ants all together coordinate and they try to pull this dead animal into their colony for their food. Collecting of food is happening here. Though they know that they cannot pull all alone, they are coordinating with each other to take the food into their colony. So here what is happening? See, there is a tree is there, there is a leaf is there. So the ants are coordinating and making a bridge so that they can move from one place to the other place easily. So the bridge is formed by the ants. They are rolling on each other and making a bridge, and the ants are moving. Okay. What is this? This is a ant hill. So இப்படி இருக்கிற ant hill, can you imagine how it will be in the bottom of the mud? So we are seeing just this tip, right? The entry point. This is what we are seeing here. So the entry point of the mud or whatever it is, this is the hole. But below that hole, it's a colony made by them. See how it is? So they have different places to do different things. Okay, they're like a rooms as we have in our house. In their house also rooms are there. Do you know what we say ant hill in ant house in Hindi? It's Bambi. Okay. So now we have seen this as a diagrammatic way, right? 2D. See? So this is how they have a different places to do different things. Okay, can you see? So they have one room. This is a living room. So this is a living space. This is the expansion space. And this is an entry point where the ant get into the colonies. So they have different spaces like we have different rooms in our house. So this is the queen ant which is producing the eggs, and these are the worker ants which does different works. So what happened to check how the structure is, what the scientists did was they were pouring the liquid aluminium into the ant hill. இதுக்குள்ள ஊத்திட்டாங்க ant hill குள்ள ஒரு liquid aluminium ஊத்திட்ட பிறகு when it has cooled down, they able to take the structure of the ant hill. அந்த aluminium fulla இங்கெல்லாம் போய் பரவிட்ட பிறகு it has created a structure. So this is how the structure is. See the how dense the colony is. அவங்கள வீடு எப்படி இருக்கு பாருங்க. See? So how deep? This is a 50 centimeter. So எவ்வளோ லாங்காக இருக்குன்னா how deep they are going into the ground and making the colony's house. So this is a one type of worker ant which is doing the work, and this is the queen ant. Around them will be the working ants. So size, see the size. So இவ்வளோ different size இருக்குன்னா because for them to produce eggs or produce பண்ணுறதுக்காக they have the big size. So these are few facts which I have collected for you to know. So the queen ant have two primary roles. It's one to egg laying process, and then one other one is to set up the colony. Along with the queen ant in the colony, they have different types of ants. So the multiple castes are there. Different caste of ants are there, as we have male, female, child who doing different kinds of work like soldiers, doctors, gatekeepers. Like that, the ants also have a different female worker ants, male worker ants, soldiers for the protection, the drones, the male ants, all those have different categories. So they have female worker ants which forage for food. They clean the colony and tend the queen. So they take care of the queen. So other castes are the soldiers who are ready to attack the enemies at any time without any fear. So the soldiers will be always be ready to attack the enemies. Drones, the male the male ants, and the princess who will be the upcoming queens. So different castes are there within the ant colony. So the queen ant can live for 30 years. Okay, and the worker ants may live for 1 month, few months to a year or two only. This is the lifespan of an ants. Queen ants are bigger than other members of the colony. This extra bulk helps them to majestly lay eggs, and they also have wings, but they can shed their wings if they don't have to use it. So this is the how we can differentiate the queen ant and the normal other worker ants. And the normal worker ants, what they do, they will be climbing over the queen to clean the queen and will be feeding the queen. So the queen ant doesn't have to go in search of the food. The food will come to its place, which will be brought by the worker ants. And they will also, the worker ants also secure the eggs of the queen ants. So these are the few facts which I have collected so that you get a curiosity to know what the ants are. So now you have understood that the facts about the ants, how many categories of ants are there in the colony, what is the role of the queen ant. Do you find it interesting? Along with this learning outcome which I have said before, we have to learn the vocabulary and learn the pronunciation. This should be a default learning from each and every lesson. So now let's read the poem and understand what the poet wants to convey here. Pipilika. Chinti ko dekha? Have you seen it ant? Ant பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? வே சரல் விரல் காலி ரேகா. ஸோ ரொம்பவே ஈஸியாக ரொம்ப தின்னாக இருக்கிற black color line. So I showed you, right? When the ants move, it will be like a black color line. Tamke thage si jo hildul. So tamke thage. Tam is darkness. Here darkness edukkakuda. It's a black color. So you can take the black color here. Black color thread mari. Thage na thread mari irukkara the line. It's a like a black color thread. Jo hildul. It will move, it will not wiggle here and there, but it will move in a straight line. Chalti lagupad. So the small height la irukra padna position la irukra pulpal miljul. Pulpal is a word pair, miljul is a word pair. Pulpal na second and second they will be together only. Miljul na they will be together. Ants taniyalam paaka mudiyadhu. Ants will be in the groups only. Ye hai pipilika banti. So what the poet has described, this is a line of ants. Banti means line. Okay. Dekho na kis banti. So see how it is looking like. So the poet is telling us to see the line of black thread which is of ants, and they will be very easily going in a straight line in like a dark thread. Though if it is in the small size, it will be together. Every second it will be together in groups only. Kaam karti ve satat. So it will be working all the time. Satat means continuously it will be working. Satat na another continuously, lagatar the ant will be working. Kankan kanke chunti avirat. So kankan, small particles are, it will be selecting, it will be segregating. Avirat is continuously. So though the ant is very small, its needs are also small, but it does it work continuously to get its food. So to fulfill its need. So we human beings also has to take these characteristics of ant, that we have to work continuously to fulfill our needs in our life. Viral is easy, viral is thin. Thumb is darkness, but here we have to take black. Thage is thread. Hildul is movement or wiggle pandrathu. So it will not wiggle, it will go in the same place line. Lagupat is small size. Miljul means living together. Pipilika pantina, the line of ants. Satat is continuously. Avirat is also continuously, it will be selecting the small food particles and it will be storing for this future, right? So understood the first paragraph. Next one. गाय चराती धूप खिलाती बच्चों की निगरानी करती लड़ती अरी से तनिक न डरती दल के दल सेना सवारती घर आंगन जनपद बुहराती चींटी है प्राणी सामाजिक व श्रमजीवी व सुनागरिक. Charati is grazing. Dhoop khilati is showing something in the sun. Sun rays, sun bath edukra mari. Okay. Dhoop khilati is like a sun bath, giving a sun bath. Nigarani is taking care, monitoring someone. Okay. Ari is enemy. Tanik means little bit. Darati in a fear. Not even a little bit of fear is there. Dalke then Sena Savarti. Savarti is grooming. So it grooms the foes to fight against with the enemies. Gar is house. Angan is a courtyard. The vacant space which is between the compounded area and the house. So Gar Angan is a word pair which is connected with the hyphen. Janpat is the path, the way where the people go, right? The way, vari. Buharati is brooming, cleaning. Buharati is what? Broom pandrathu. Perukkirathu, brooming. Chinti hai prani samajik. Samajik it is a social animal where it mingles with everyone. Shamjivi. Sham is hard working, the wage earner solrola. So it will be always hard working. So Nagrik is a good citizen. So is good, Nagrik is citizen. So when we say a person to be a Sunagrik, when he does all the things in a right way and doesn't harm anyone and doesn't give bad name to the country, right? So the ant is also a good citizen. So we have shown in the image earlier in the introduction, right? The ants will have a different caste where the ants, some ants will be like a soldiers, some will be cleaning the house, some will be for picking the food, so some will be taking care of the queen. So like that some ants will be taking care of the younger ones. So if different ants are there which will be doing their own work differently. So Gai Charati in their ant group colony la kudo one ant will be like a cow, okay, for them. Other one it will be the ant which has to do the work, they will be taking those ants for grazing. The ants colony also have different categories, so they will also have a guy like we have cow, and one or the other category of ant will be taking care of that guy and the cow. Cow is not a real cow, the ant itself will be acting as a cow. So they have a different category where one group of worker ant will be taking care of another one. Dhoop khilati sun bath edukkaradhukku kootittu varum. It is telling that one set of ants will be bringing the young ones for the sun bath. Bachon ki nigrani karti, and few ants will be taking care of the young ants. Young ants are pathika, as we have a nanny to take care of the baby or the mother or grandmother who takes care of the baby. Ant colony also there is a ant workers who will be taking care of the baby ants. Ladati, it will fight with everyone who is going to harm them. So the force is always ready inside their house. So at the ready panite varuvanga, they will be keep on grooming the force to fight back with the enemy. So Ari se tanik na darti. Ari means enemy kittandu konja kuda bhayapadadu. It will not have any fear towards the enemy. Dalke dal sena savarti. It will be grooming. It will making the good force to do the attack of the enemy at any time. Gar angan janpat buharti, and it will be cleaning the house, the courtyard and the janpat. I showed you the burrow, right? How the inner structure will be. So they have like a rooms as we have, they have a rooms like this, so which will take care of different things. So they will see this will be a living place, this will be egg laying place, this will be the place where the queen will be living, so this will be the place where the young ones will be there. So like that in the burrow the ant hill will have different rooms, and there will be some worker hands which will be taking care of cleaning this path. They will keep the ant house will be very clean. They will not allow any dust to accommodate. So there will be few worker hands which will be doing these things. So they will be cleaning the house, they will cleaning the front of the house, and they will be cleaning the pathways. So the poet is telling all those things, how the ants will be keeping their ant hill. चींटी है प्राणिक सामाजिक, it is a very social animal, ரொம்ப social it will be behaving. वह श्रमजीवी and it is a hard working also. श्रमजीवी, जीवीना உயிரோடு இருக்கிற ஒரு hard working characteristicsல இருக்கிற or living organism. And where sunagrik, it is also a good citizen, where because it does all these things, right? It takes care of the young ones, he takes care of the ants which has to be shown for the sun bath. Ants likes to keep their house clean and neat, so hence the poet here conveys that they are very good citizens. देखा चींटी को, again the poet is telling, have you seen the ant, उसके जी को and the அதோட ஹிருதய ஹார்ட்டை பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? ஸோ இஃப் யூ see the full ant together எப்படி இருக்கும், how it will be picturizing, it will be like ஒரு முடி கட் பண்ணி போட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஒரு cloth bits போட்ட மாதிரி இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ that's only the poet is telling. उसके जी को the हृदय, have you seen the structure of the ant? बुरे बालों की ही कतरन, कतरन्ना कट பண்ணி போட்ட, பூரே பால்னா brown color hairs மாதிரி இருக்கும் when the ants are all together in one place. Have you seen this? छुपा नहीं उसका छोटापन, and it doesn't have hidden its छोटापन and the smallness, and structure is very small, right? The body of the ant is very small, it doesn't hide that in spite of being so small also. What it does, वह समस्त पृथ्वी पर निर्भर विचरण करती है, and it will be on all the parts of the world, it will be freely without any dependency. It will be moving around. விச்சரன்னா walk பண்ணி போகிறது, roaming around. Okay. ஷம்மே தன்மை, so how it will be doing, ரொம்பவே fully involved in the work, in the hard workல it will be involved. वह जीवन की तिन्नगी आशय, so lifeல இருக்கிற तिन्नगी is a small insect, so it's a small insect which cannot be destroyed. Ashay is cannot be destroyed, so it's in the life like it cannot be destroyed in the sense adoda kriyashil, the working nature, the pran shakti, the energy that it has cannot be destroyed at all. This is what the poet means here. Where jeevan ki, it's a life la irukra adoda prana shakti kriyashil eல்லாம் cannot be destroyed, no one can harm it unless and until it is dies, it will not rest, it will keep on working, so that is undestroyable. वह भी क्या देही है तिलसी, til is the sesame, it's a small grain. I'll show you the image. til எள்ளுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் தமிழில். we have a sesame, gingerly oil is taken from these grains only. So ant will be such a small organism like a til. प्राणों की रिलमिल जिलमिल, see, so रिलमिल is living together, jilmil is like a shining, so its life is not so guaranteed, right? யாராச்சும் ஊதுனா கூட செத்து போயிடும், தண்ணியில் விழுந்துச்சுன்னா செத்து போயிடும், யாராச்சும் ஸ்டாம்ப் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா செத்து போயிடும். ஸோ but the small life floats inside this small insect, and the life is floating inside the small insect where it shines like anything and it lives together. So the poet here says that the dehi, the body of the ant is so small like a til. Til is a sesame seed, it's a grain which we use to get the gingerly oil. But still, though the body is so small, but there also a life is there which is moving around, which is shining, which is living together with other animals. So rilmil is living together and jilmil is like a shining. So though the creature is very small, but still inside that there is a life. दिन भर में वह मीलों चलते हैं, the whole day it will be walking much miles, kilometers it will be walking. अथक कार्य से कभी ना टलती, अथक कार्य means the tireless work, so ரொம்ப ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கிங் ஒர்க்காக இருந்தாலுமே it will not சைட் ஸ்டெப்பே எடுக்காது, ப்ரோகாஸ்டினேட்டிங்கே பண்ணாது, it will not go against it, it will not say ஐயோ இந்த ஒர்க் இஸ் வெரி ஹார்ட், I should not doலாம் பண்ணவே பண்ணாது. whatever work is there it will do continuously, it will not sidestep from this work. So poet wants to convey here that we also in our life should take the message from the ant and should be do our work with the responsibility. We should not sidestep from our work. This we have to learn from the ants. So Sumitra Nandan Pant. So we have understood how the ant's life is, how the category of ants are there which is taking care of different works, how the ant's nature is always working and it wants to keep its house clean and neat, and there are different categories of ants which are ready to do different works and they're ready to face the enemies without any fear. And though the body is so small, but still the ant will be moving around the whole world fearlessly and doing things which is not destroyable. So the Pran Shakti and Kriya Shil, the working nature and the energy with they are having is cannot be destroyed at all. Though a small life is revolving inside the small body, but still it moves for kilometers of kilometers doing its tireless work all the time. Following ants characteristics, we have to live our life so that we can feel betterment in our life. So if you think about ant, what are the things you can recollect? It's a Lagupad Prani, it's a small Prani, it's a Parikrami, hardworking, Karyarakt, it will be keep on working continuously, and Samajik Prani, it is a social animal where it lives together by sharing the work or coordinating with each other. So we human beings also has to take such things from these ants, and we have to groom our life better and share our work, coordinate with others, do the hard work, don't be lazy and be a social animal and keep your place and environment clean to be a good citizen. And we have to help each other and we have to live together. These are the things which we have to learn from the ants. Hope you have understood the poem. If you have any doubt or clarification, you can always put in the comment section, surely reply back. Thank you, students.